Divine Feminine coming at you with a quick message this evening. What I want to tell you is that earlier I was thinking about a lot of things, and I was thinking about how the fact that when you don't, what's the word for it? It's like people tend to look upon you or frown upon you. They feel like if you're relapsing or if you're going back, to your past. And what I mean by past, it's as far as once you become like a Christian, there's a thing that they call people. They say that you've fallen when you start to like go back to your old ways or old things that you let go, right? And it's not even like that. The thing is that to me, if people, I'm no one to judge, right? And I'm always going to feel like this, that no matter if people of my past are in my past for different reasons, I see nothing wrong with checking up on these people and making sure they're okay. As far as just popping in, checking in, and just seeing how they're doing. It doesn't mean that I'm going back to the past. It doesn't mean I'm going to relive the past. I feel like unconditional love means that you check on people that you care about or that you worry about, or sometimes God gives you this intuitive nudge or emotions or feelings that something isn't right with somebody and that you should check up on them. And some people want to call it, oh, that's falling, because you're checking up on somebody from your past. Or you're checking up on something that you left behind. And how dare you, And I don't see it like that, because I see that even as a Christian, I don't even consider myself a wholehearted Christian. I follow Christ as much as I can. I have a deep love for Christ and his beliefs and his system. But I also believe that unconditional love, is unconditional love, regardless if it's people from your past, and it's like, there's nothing wrong with checking up on people. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just saying there's nothing wrong with checking to make sure somebody's okay, if they're all right, especially if you've been having them in your thoughts lately, and if you feel like God's nudging you to go and check up on these people. No, the church and all these people might think that you're falling back into your old habits, but you're not. You can't. Once you go forward, it's hard to go back. It's hard to become something that you've already changed. You can't go back to being something that you once were. It's not like that. It's totally different. Once you move on and once you see that you've basically outgrown those situations and outgrown those people, then, you can't go back. It's almost impossible. Just like when you find out new information about something, once you start to learn something new, it's hard to go back to unknowing something. And that's what I'm dipping into lately, is that I'm dipping into a lot of things that I would not normally do. Watching different types of information and videos and trying to educate myself on other things that I normally would say hell no to, or think that it was just so unchristian like. I'm starting to explore and expand, and this doesn't mean I'm going to leave what I've already established, or what I've already have come through and have overcame. It just means that sometimes there's just certain information that you need to explore and expand, because not everything is always what it seems, and therefore it's taken me a long time to see this. And to some people it might piss them off and they might start talking shit, because I feel like when you're chosen or when you have certain gifts, people try to control you and manipulate you and your mind, okay? And so therefore you're not supposed to learn anything that's outside of the box. You're supposed to stay in that box, and you're not supposed to expand, even though you're a little bit of everything. You're not just one thing. I can't say I'm a Christian. I can say I'm a little bit of everything. I can't just call myself one thing. It's just impossible, because I'm constantly changing and constantly evolving. So how can I sit there and say that I'm always going to be this way? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always changing. And there's just things that I'm starting to open my eyes to and to realize. And so this message is for somebody out there who I know who's struggling. And the reason why I was, what's the word for it? To do this video and to go check up on this person in a community that I already left was because I was nudged to. I wholeheartedly believe that God wanted me to go check up on this person and to see how he's doing and to tell him that to cheer up and not to give up. This message I was getting for like the past 2 or 3 days. And I saw the person's face and I think he really needed this message. And I don't know if he's going to ever watch this video, but this is for you. You know, God says cheer up, man, and not to give up. And so this message is for you. And I don't know if you've been praying a lot or crying a lot to God, to the divine creator, or to Jesus, the same thing, or going through something within yourself that's really deep. All I can tell you is that the message has come through, and that the message came through, or telepathically, or however you're trying to send me the messages. And I want to tell you, you know, that I had already given up on the whole situation, and I basically had turned my back. You know, once I leave a situation and turn my back, that's it, you know. But I do, you know, I'm human, and unconditional love means that there's nothing wrong with checking up on your family, on your friends, on people that you care about. It doesn't matter if you put them in the past. You're human. You're gonna fucking want to care. You care. You love. You just can't just shut those emotions and feelings off. You care about people. You're gonna check up on them. That's like the to me the Christ-like thing to do. And therefore, you know, this message is for you. You know, cheer up. Don't be sad, and keep going. Don't give up. And I hope you get this message, and I hope it helps you out and lets you know that God was hearing your cries. God's been hearing your prayers, and so this message is for you. All right, so have a good night. Normally I don't do videos at night, but this is a special message for somebody, and I hope he receives it. God bless you guys. Good night.